This is just off Nelson Road. This is the just shy of 8-acre parcel off of Nelson Road. This is the access. We're 8 miles away from Gig Harbor North. This is Burley, Olalla, Nelson Road. This is the access. The owner has 3 adjoined lots. Each lot has its own well. So they've already paved the ingress and egress. It's slightly sloped. There are 2 lots side by side and 1 in the back. Each lot has its own well. The primary lot has its own 4-bedroom approved gravity-fed septic system. The other 2 lots do not have any approved septic. The soil is the same, so it would be thought that the other 2 lots would be able to have septic as well. So now we're walking up about a 5-degree slope to the property line of lot number 1, and then there's lot number 2, and then lot number 3. This is the neighboring property, and the fence line is the approximate corners. You can see the red flags. This property has been surveyed. All the corner pegs have been overgrown, so they would have to be identified. But this is the approximate north-south direction that I just walked from lot number 1. As we look over now to the west, lot number 2, and as we come over this direction, we're back to lot 1, heading up to the north-south direction. These properties run north-south along the cross street of Nelson and Bandix Road. Each lot is 2.5 acres and 2.34 for a total of just under 8 acres. You can see where they've dug a pit for the septic. This is one of their test pits. This has all been approved. It's all been cleared. As you can see, the owner was going to build his own home here, and they had a change of plans. I don't know what the change of plans are, but this is all level. There's been quite a bit of clearing expense already identified. We're still on the lot number 1 that has the primary permitting structures. Walking over now to the east side of the property line. So it's very dry, very level. There's no slope to this lot except for the adjoining property line, which does slope up a little. It's nicely treed with the border of the adjoining property. And then we're looking back now to the west down to the other property line. These 2 lots have been cleared. The back lot has not been cleared, and so there's another adjoining undeveloped lot right here where you're looking at these trees. This is not the property that is being offered, but the other back adjoining lot. As we come down, we're now approaching the second lot that's been cleared, and it has a slight step down, so it's terraced. And as we look back, you'll now see this lot, and this lot is not as flat. This has more topography. It has two levels going down to that tree line, and then the back property, that is lot number 3, is back this direction. And you can see that it's been cleared at one point, but it's all grown up again with scrub brush, but there's not a lot of timber on these particular 3 parcels. It would certainly be available to clear and to use for pasture or any other choices that you would have. So 3 individual lots, 3 potential individual building sites, and all contiguous. I walk now back on lot number 2. I can't get into lot number 3 because of the overgrowth, so we'll just walk down the clearing here. I'm now heading from south to north, and as I look up here at lot number 1 again. We're on lot number 2. Property lines are always difficult to ascertain when you're walking a property, so I can give you the measurements on the GIS, but the exact corners are unknown at this point, so I'm just giving approximates on the clearing areas to identify what appears to be the lines. So this appears to be the property line for this lot. As I'm coming down, there's some red tape, which is always an indicator that there's a pin or an approximate. Oh, there's a bunny running by. So this would be lot number 2, and as you can see, it has a little bit of slope. It is not as flat as lots number 1, and then lot number 3 appears to be flat, but it's hard to determine because of the scrub. It does appear to be fairly flat. Here's another pit hole that's been dug for a septic, which would indicate that the soil is very similar to lot number 1, which already has the approved septic. So, so your lot going from north to south to north. There's a lot of Scotch broom here that would have to be cleared. As we come up, we're still on lot number 2, and then we come up to the clearing area, and then the width of lot number 2 comes, there's another yellow or red flag, and then that would be the other demarcation for the beginning of lot number 1, the one that we walked first up from the west to east corridor. So you can see the red tape there. So the road this road that we walked in on is in between lots 1 and lots 2. Again, lot number 2 to the right or the west, lot number 1 to the left or the east. properties run north to south, and lot number 3, which is the overgrowth.